Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed and I am from ATech Solutions. Today I will walk you through on the cashier screen of our premium point of sale. So before going to the cashier screen, this is our login screen. In order to go to the cashier screen, we will need to press sign in for cashier. This dialog box will appear which will ask for the company key name and passcode, which will be generated for each employee or the cashier by their HR department. So now we will enter the company key name and the passcode and click on sign in. So after the details have been authorized, the cashier will be asked to select the location he or she has been authorized to work in. I will select main branch for now. So now we are on the cashier screen and this is the dashboard of the cashier. So in the center of the screen there is an order summary which includes the details of or the summary of the number of transactions that has been taken today at a particular point of the time. So the summary or the details of the transactions are the transaction number, the order number, the date, the grand total of the bill or the transaction, the customer name, the customer phone, the customer address, and the status of the transaction, like whether it is on hold, checkout, or is it refunded. We can also perform some actions on the transaction, such as getting an insight of the transaction by clicking on this icon. So as you can see, a new screen appears which includes the order information, and in this order information we have fields like order number, transaction number, date, order type, cashier, and the order status. On its right hand side we have order details, which are the description of all the products that has been purchased by the customer. Underneath this we have the customer details. Then we have payment information like the amount, total amount, the discount percentage or the discount amount, the tax applied, the service charges, and the grand total. Beside this we have payment detail information such as like the payment type, the card information, reference number, cash value, card value, and credit value. And all these values are checked by the cashier while the customer is checking out. So now we will go back. So if the transaction or the order is on hold, the cashier can either end the hold and make it check out, like make the status check out, or edit the transaction and perform actions such as getting the insight of the transaction, or either delete it, which will be authorized by the admin. We can also perform actions on all the transactions such as printing the transaction by clicking on the print icon. When we click a print icon, a printing screen appears which prints a bill from the printer, and which includes information such as the order number, the main branch or the branch information, in our case which is main branch, the order type, the counter number, the invoice number, the cashier, the order date and time, along with the customer name, contact, and address. It also includes the description of the ordered products or the products that has been checked out, along with the total, discount, VAT, and delivery charges, and the grand total. So now we'll go back. We can also apply filters onto the table, which order summary table, such as we can enter a range of dates. For example, I will select 1 May here and 22 June, which is today. So now I want to see the order summary from 1st May till 22 June. So now I click filter. So now as you can see, the POS system has given me a list of all the all the transactions held in this date range. I can also search for a particular customer by clicking on add filter. We can research a order number, the grand total, the customer name, the customer phone, and the customer address by clicking on the add filter button. So now I'll search for the customer Ali. So now as you can see, like all the transactions that has been done for Ali are listed here. If we come to the top hand side of the POS system, you can see the user or the cashier that has been logged in, the user type, and the branch. If the cashier has uploaded a photo in the admin side, or the admin or the HR system has uploaded the image of the cashier, it will be shown here alongside with the username. So in order to view different reports from the cashier screen, like an X report or the Z report, we need to press the report button on the top right hand side and the list will appear. So the difference between this Z report and X report is that the Z report describes or gives a summary of all the cashiers or the users that are doing the transactions, and the X report gives a summary only of the cashier that has been logged in. So if we click Z report, you can see that the print option appears, that the print screen appears, and it will print a bill from the printer or a summary from the printer. And this report or summary will include the users, that it is for all the users, the branch name, the print date, and information such as sales, order count, payment type sales, and order type. In the heading sales, we have total sales, total tax amount, total discount, refund amount, service and delivery charges, and the net sales. In orders count, we have total number of orders, the cash orders, the card orders, the credit orders, the multi-payment orders, and the void orders. It will give a count of that. In payment type sales, we have cash, credit dues, and card information. While in order type, we have the number and the amount of transactions done in counter sale and delivery. So if we talk about the X report, it is same as a Z report, but it is only for the user or the cashier that has been logged in. So the user name, the branch name, the print date, as well as the different fields such as sales, order count, payment type sales, and order type. The sales tab consists of information such as total sales, total tax amount, the total discount, the refund amount, the service delivery charges, and the net sales. While the order count consists of the number of total orders, the cash orders, the card orders, the credit orders, the multi-payment orders, and the void orders. The payment type sales consists of fields like cash, credit dues, and card. And the order type consists of number and the amount of counter sale and delivery. So now I will walk you through on how to create an order from start to finish. So we need to press the add order button on the top right hand side. So a new screen will appear. This way, the way which we are doing now is order taking manually by selecting on-screen products. So in this screen on the left hand side, we have all the product categories that are present in the company, while on the right hand side, we have order description, which have fields like name, quantity, price, and total price, along with subtotal and tax amount. We also have a customer information box in which we can add a new customer and select an existing customer. So now I will select a new category, such as the customer wants to buy an abaya. So I will click on abaya. Now the subcategory, the customer is buying this. So in this buyer we have some modifiers such as small, medium and large. So we can also set a different prices for the different modifiers, such as the small has this much amount extra, medium has this much amount extra and the large has this much amount extra. Or we can just leave it as it is, like without modifiers. So now I'll select large and apply. So as you can see, the order or the product is displayed in the order description: the name, the quantity, the price and the total price. The cashier can increase the quantity either by changing the quantity in the order description box or by clicking the item again. So now I will go back. So if the images of the categories or the product or the subcategories has been added in the POS system, the images will be shown. And if the images are not added in the POS system, a default icon will appear which will show that the images has not been added to the admin side for the category, subcategory or the product. So once the product has been added to the order summary or order details, we'll select a customer such as this. So it is optional to add a customer or select a customer. We can also proceed without adding or listing a customer. So now I'll press pay when the customer is willing to pay for the products. So this is a dialog box which will appear once you want to check out. So on the left hand side we have total amount of the product, the tax amount that is applicable to the amount total. Under it we have the discount percentage, like if the cashier is authorized to give a discount to the customer, he or she can write a percentage of percentage here, like 2% discount on the total amount, or the cashier can select the amount, the discount amount and enter the amount manually. If there are certain service charges applicable to the product, the cashier can write it here in the service charge tab. So depending on all these tabs, the total price will be calculated or the total payable amount will be calculated. Underneath this is balance amount and cash back, which will be calculated based on the payment type and the amount of cash the customer is giving to the cashier. And underneath this we have the order description. On the right hand side on the top we have a hold button and the checkout button. The hold button means that if the customer wishes to hold the product and take the product and pay for the product at a later day or date, the cashier can select the hold button to hold the product. And in order to check out, the cashier needs to select the payment type, like if the customer is willing to pay cash, card, credit or multi-pay. So if the customer is willing to pay cash, the cashier will select payment type cash and enter the amount here manually, or select the boxes here to enter the amount. So if the customer is given the cashier 1000 this much amount, so as you can see this amount is greater than the total amount, so the cashback amount is shown here. If the payment type is card, you can see here like the total amount that should be deducted from the card is shown here, and a reference number and order and the card number is shown here, and the card type Visa, Master, STC Pay or Benefit Pay. So once the card transaction has been done, the cashier will enter the receipt reference number here and card number here. The insertion of the card number is optional and depends upon the cashier or the company policy if they want to write the card number. If the payment type is credit, which means that the customer wants to take the product and pay at a later time, the cashier can select the credit and the cash is here already written and press checkout. If the customer wants to pay both by card and cash. The cashier can select multi-pay, can write the card reference number here, card number here, and if the card is Visa, Master, SCC Pay, or Benefit Pay. So the cashier can write here the amount of cash here, like the customer has given to the cashier, like 200 cashier, and the rest of the amount that is calculated with by the POS from the card. This amount is calculated by the POS system. Like if the cashier instead the cash card amount, the remaining amount will be written in the cash tab, and same for the card or the cash. So now once the cash or the payment has been done, or before the payment type, the cashier can also select the order type, which is counter sell or delivery. So when this is done, the cashier can press checkout, and a bill will be printed from the printer, which will be given to the customer. So now, as you can see, we can see the transaction number that has been done now in the order summary. So this is it for the cashier screen. We can log out, or the cashier can log out from the cashier side by clicking on the logout button in the top right hand side. Thank you so much.